I'm here today to provide support for both Senate Bill 997 and House Bill 1489, which would contribute a portion of the severance tax to permanently fund environmental stewardship and dedicate a portion of that funding to our fish and game commissions. The QDMA is an international nonprofit wildlife conservation organization that represents 53,000 members internationally, 4,000 Pennsylvania residents, and 3,000 of the nation's leading wildlife and forestry professionals. We recognize the environmental impacts that are created when drilling wells, and we applaud Senator Dinniman, Representatives Lefdansky, George, and the other co-sponsors for listening to the public concerns regarding the cumulative impacts to wildlife. Pennsylvania needs to protect its unique hydrological, biological, educational, and recreational values, and by setting aside a portion of this tax, we ensure our children will not be paying for the mistakes we will be making today. Rest assured, there will be mistakes. In my own county of Washington County, there was a leak, and it killed everything that was in the stream. A couple days ago, a spring house blew up from the methane gas that built up from the well drilling. In addition to stream, there's also impacts to our wildlife. The additional well sites, access roads, and pipelines are likely to create barriers to wildlife movements with increased fragmentation and creation of edges and patches within former contiguous habitats. There would be indirect effects to species that depend on upland habitats, forest-dominated riparian habitats, and wetland habitats. Big game would continue to be adversely affected by well-filled development that causes direct loss of crucial winter range, other seasonally used habitats, breeding habitats, decreased habitat function near roads and well pads due to erosion and human activity. Fragmentation and direct loss of native habitats by surface disturbance can be expected to adversely affect migratory birds, particularly in habitats used by obligate species. Decreased bald eagle and other raptor nesting habitat effectiveness is likely. Decreased reproductive success in spring spawning native trout species and other threatened and endangered fish, not the trout are threatened and endangered, but other fish are, is possible from the increased sedimentation in aquatic habitats and loss of forest-dominated riparian and shrub vegetation by the drilling practices. By providing funding to the environmental stewardship and funding our wildlife agencies, we help provide the funding necessary to study the impacts of drilling and allow for a broader public mission within our agencies. The Pennsylvania Game Commission is responsible for managing 467 species of wildlife and their habitats. We understand Pennsylvania is in a budget crisis and appreciate that Senator Dinniman, Representative Lefdansky, and Representative George took the lead in providing for our natural resources as part of their bill. We support both bills and ask that conservation funding remain part of these bills throughout the process. Thank you.